Hello again everyone and welcome back to the channel. I've got an exciting product review for you all today. I'm going to be reviewing the LetPot Max hydroponics system. I'm going to be unboxing it, setting it up and then trying it out and sharing my results with you guys. I'm going to be completely honest with you all though. I've got absolutely no experience with hydroponics. This is the first time I'm ever growing hydroponically, so this review is coming from a complete beginner, complete newbie with no experience, so you may have to bear with me a little bit. I'm just going to be growing some salad leaves for this video, just something really simple and fast growing, but there are lots of different things which you can grow in this. Fruits, vegetables, even flowers, lots of different things which I'll be experimenting with over the coming months and probably through the winter as well, because I can grow a lot of things during the winter when I usually wouldn't be able to grow things at the allotment. So when I can't be growing much at the allotment, I can be growing a wide range of crops through the winter. So this is really going to come in handy during the winter months. Anyway, I'm going to stop talking and I'm going to get unboxing. Let's have a look. So instructions, we're definitely going to need those because I have no idea what I'm doing. So those will definitely come in handy. We've got lots of stickers. Those are to stop algae growth, I believe. Block out the lights because we don't want any algae growth on the plugs. Okay, so that is our light, I think, yep, that is our light. Okay, so this hydroponics system comes with everything that you need to get started. I don't need to go to the shop or buy anything online. Like, I don't need to buy any nutrients or anything like that. The only thing which I need to get myself is the seeds, but that's absolutely fine. I don't need to be faffing around finding anything else to put here. So we've got our light and the thing which we connect the light to the tank with. We've got a couple of different trays. So if you're growing something bigger like tomato plants, pepper plants, flowers, things like that, all the bigger plants, you're going to just need two of the inlets there. Whereas if you're growing smaller crops, maybe salad leaves, maybe herbs, which I'm going to be growing a lot of over the next few months, it's going to be these smaller inlets here. So it's good that you've got an option there. I'm not going to be putting tomato plants in those. You know, tomato plants get quite big. We've got the nutrients there as well, which I add water to myself and then add to the tray. We've got our sponges and baskets to go in the trays as well. And the other baskets there as well for the bigger trays. So this hydroponic system waters automatically, so I will have a separate water source and it will pump it into the tank when it is needed, so it's all automatic, and it will also add the nutrients into the water automatically as well. It's got a little basket which I'm going to add the nutrients into, and it also cycles the water automatically as well, and I can also connect this up to my phone, which I'm going to do in a moment as well, so I can keep an eye on everything and I can see what's going on my mobile. Okay, so I'm just going to start off by following the instructions. That's a good place to start. There we go. Cool. Okay, I'm just going to go and get some water so I can add the nutrients. So I need to dilute these nutrients first. So I've mixed up the nutrients here, giving them a good mix. So we've got nutrient A and we've got nutrient B. So yeah, we've got lots of different nutrients in these. I'm not going to read them out, there's loads. I've added 100 millilitres of water to each one, shook them, and then I need to add them to the reservoir. So I need to add 50 ml of each of these two plant foods to the reservoir. And I've got this little cup here to measure it out in, so. Okay, that is 50 ml of plant food A and 50 ml of plant food B added to the reservoir, and then when the water is pumped into here from the external source, I've got a bucket which I'm going to have to the side. When it automatically pumps it into here, it will automatically pump the right amount of plant food into here as well. I don't need to worry about any of that. So then I need to get the pipe and connect that up to this little bucket which I've got down here. Put the automatic mode on and it'll start filling up. There we go. It started to fill there itself. Really clever. Now I need a 7.5 litre bucket of water, but I've only got a 4 litre bucket of water, so I'm going to have to run and get some more water to add to this bucket so that I'm going to have enough, because it needs to be 7.5 litres. Whilst that's filling up, I'm going to start inserting the sponges and the baskets into this tray. Okay, so that is now filled up. I've got the plugs here, I'm going to put them in now. And then I'm going to pop the baskets with the sponges in. So we've got our baskets in there with our foam plugs. Now in the instructions it recommends that you add 2 to 3 seeds per sponge per basket, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to add 3 lettuce seeds in each one. If there's multiple growing in each one, I might just thin them down to 1, because I don't want too many growing in each one, because that would just be too much. So the sponges should absorb the water and then the seeds can start germinating. I need to put these stickers over the top to stop light from getting in and turning things green, because we don't want any algae growth on there or anything like that. I'm going to stick the domes over the top, just for germination, and then when they've germinated I will take the dome off. You've also got these support canes here. If there's anything that you're going to be growing vertically, obviously the lettuce isn't going to need any vertical support, but if you're growing anything that will climb, maybe some herbs, tomatoes, peppers, things like that, you've got these little supports which will go in there like that. So that's really cool, because that'll make things much neater and stop things from flopping over. Actually, to be fair, with the lettuce, you could actually use these. If you were to put a few in there like that, it might keep them more contained, because they can flop over and fall out. They might come in handy. We've got the big sponges and the big baskets as well for when you're growing bigger things, in which case you would use that template, sort of like that. You'd sort of do it like that. So with the settings, you've actually got a setting for flowers and fruit, and you've got a setting for veg and herbs. So with the two, you've got different levels of light, different spectrums. So obviously I've got this in veg and herb because I'm growing salad leaves. I don't need it on the fruit and flower setting because it's going to be a different light spectrum, different setting. Okay, so I'm going to connect the LetPot hydroponic system up to my phone now via the app. The app makes it easy to control the hydroponic system remotely from your phone, so that's really good. Really quick to set it up actually. I just went on the app and then it searches for the device and it's just come up there. So there we go, we're all connected up now. Really easy to connect up actually. All I had to do is go on the app, find my Wi-Fi, and it automatically detected that the hydroponic system was here, connected to it, no problem at all. So on the app it tells me all sorts of different things, the temperature, the water level, it tells me what state the pump's in. It rests for 30 minutes and then works for 30 minutes. It only works intermittently through the day. I can actually schedule it as well, so I can have it so the light comes on and turns off at a certain time as well, which I'll definitely be doing. I can even change the light level as well. I've got it on 7 at the moment, but I can actually dim it. I mean, there's no germination yet anyway, it's going to be a few days yet. So I'm just going to leave it like that for now. But when they germinate, I'm going to drop it to the lowest level when the seeds start to germinate, which is about 5 inches. And then as they grow, I will lift it up and down, because it does move up and down like that. We've got these covers. If there's any holes that you're not using, maybe you're only growing a few plants in here and you've got empty holes, you've got these so you can put them over to block them out. Yeah, so this is going to go on the kitchen side. It's designed to go on a tabletop. It's a pretty small size, you know, it can fit in most places. Kitchen top is ideal for this. And we'll come back in a few days when they start to germinate and I'll show you. And over the coming weeks, I'm going to document the progress, and then at the end, I'll give you my honest thoughts. Okay, so we're back now 40 days later. It's been 40 days since we sowed the lettuce seeds in this hydroponic system. I sowed a couple of seeds in each one of these pods. There are 21 pods in this tray. Of course, there is also, Of course, there is this tray as well, which you can use for bigger plants. Naturally, I think, to be honest, it probably is a good idea to use the tray with 2 holes in it as opposed to the 21 holes here, because the plants themselves, they have given us some pickings. I've already picked a few baby leaves from these plants and they've been really nice, but they're starting to go quite leggy and they're quite close together and they're competing for space. They don't look too bad, to be honest. I mean, we can pick them and add them to salads just fine, and these have grown really well in here, but I think fewer lettuce plants would be better next time. I'm definitely going to be using this hydroponics grow light system over the winter for growing salad leaves, herbs, and I may even experiment with growing some tomatoes and possibly even peppers in this different tray here. Honestly, there's a lot of possibilities here. I mean, they don't actually look too bad, to be honest. They're alright. And as I said, I've made a couple of pickings already. So, looking inside underneath the tray, the roots look amazing. There's a lot of really healthy looking roots in there. It did dry out quite quick. I mean, it automatically tops it up anyway. You have to have a bucket of water nearby with this pipe connected to it so it can draw water from it when it needs it, and it automatically adds more nutrients into it as well, so you're not diluting the nutrients that are in there. But I really like that you can go on the app and control this from the app wherever you are. This connects up to your Wi-Fi, and with the app you can connect to this system, and that is really cool. Even if I'm at work or if I'm at the allotment, I can control this. I can add water if I need to. I can add more nutrients if I need to, although it's probably not a good idea to add too many because that could be bad for your plants. But I can even also control the light as well. I'll just show you actually just quickly. I can actually change the brightness of the lights as well, which is really good. It has a light setting for leafy greens like we're growing here, which we're on right now, and it also has a setting for fruits and flowers as well. It's a different spectrum of light that's required for that. I'll just flip that over now. As you can see, I don't know if you can see that, but it's a slightly different colour light that it emits, which is better for fruits and flowers. And I've scheduled this to turn on at 7 AM in the morning and turn off at 11 o'clock at night. And it's been like that for the past 40 days. And that works absolutely fine. I can also manually turn on the circulation pump as well if I want, but it turns on every half an hour anyway to circulate the water so it doesn't stagnate. And I also really like that it contains information on the app about the temperature, what day of growth you're on. It also tells you how the water level is as well, whether it's high or low. And it also has information about what you're growing. You can put in what crop you're growing and it'll give you additional information about that crop as well. And as you can see here, we're on 40 days now. It says here between day 28 and day 35 is maturity, which is obviously the case here, although they are quite crowded, so they're not growing as big as they otherwise would. But yeah, it's really cool that it includes information with lots of different crops as well, not just lettuce. So I really like that. For the beginner gardener, that's really good. For someone that doesn't know quite as much about vegetables and they want some additional information, it saves you going on Google and finding that information out yourself. So I like that they've got that in the app. And I'm quite fond of this little display on the front here as well. It's got the same things that are on the app, but it's good that you've got this on the system itself as well. So I'm probably going to harvest a few of these leaves when I need them over the next few days, and then I'm going to pull them out and I'm going to try growing just a couple of lettuce plants in these to let them get a bit bigger, because I think it's alright having 21 cells in here in this tray and putting a lettuce plant in each one if you're growing baby leaves like I'm doing here, and they look alright. They do, to be fair, they don't look terrible. They're edible, definitely. But if you're wanting bigger leaves, like maybe you want to grow baby gem lettuce, you're probably going to want to give them much more space than this. But I'm really impressed with the speed of growth, actually. I mean, it only took a few days before they started to germinate, and then within just a couple of weeks they were growing away really, really fast. And we went away to a festival for a long weekend away, and this took care of itself. I didn't have to worry about this. I did have the option of going on the app and controlling it via that if I wanted to, but I just left it to its own devices really. And over the 3 or 4 days that I was away, it took care of itself absolutely fine. So that was my little review on this hydroponic system. It's the first ever hydroponic system I've ever tried, so I'm not an expert on it. I'm not a hydroponics connoisseur or anything like that. I'm just a beginner with hydroponics, but I'm pretty happy with the results I've got just here from this quick test here. The thing that I'll do differently next time is definitely less lettuce plants. But honestly, I can't wait to test this through the winter. When things aren't growing as much at the allotment, this will be really good just to have on the kitchen side, which is where I've had it for the last 40 days. So I'd like to say a massive thank you to LetPot for sending me this hydroponic system. Super happy with it. I'll leave all the information in the description below so you can go and check them out if you're interested in buying one. I hope you found this video useful. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. And as always, stay safe and happy gardening.